Sunday.
Hey, Sunday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Ooh.
Saturday.
Sunday,
Monday.
on Sunday, Monday.
Show my SD off to say. Spring Valley Swami dog.
So you saw it, you're like, hell yeah, I'm getting that.
I wasn't
What's
gonna
your
buy
thought
shit.
process behind buying something? Because I'm actually curious. So
Gang-
this sweater.
Gangsterism. Like I feel like I can never let go of who I am.
Gangsterisms.
No matter how successful I am or how happy I am in life, I can't forget that I was once a fucking gang member, dog.
So you were at the Swami and you're like, gangsterism.
Well-
I'm buying that sweater.
Oh, you bought that at Fashion Valley?
Yeah,
Okay.
Fashion Valley.
Which swap meet was it?
Fashion Valley, Spring Valley.
Spring Valley?
Yeah, same difference.
Mm-hmm.
At Fashion Valley, this sweater without the logo on it would probably be $180.
That's a little
At
over the
the
top.
Spring Valley Swami with the logo on it was $40, but I negotiated to $35.
Cool. I don't like zip ups.
I don't either, but I just said fuck it.
But let's go back to you not being able to let go of the life. Well, because you've let go of the life, but you kind of,
I've never let go of the life.
I mean,
I'm not active.
right. So that's letting go. But you
That's
hold
not
on
letting go, bro. Because
Really?
I still talk to all the fellas from back in the days. I still get with them sometimes. Every time we lose one, I'm there with them. Once one passes away, or I'm always in contact with them. I put money in some of their books. I send some money to Mexico. Am I gangbanging? No, but I'm still in cahoots with all of them.
So you're like in the inactive reserves.
Damn, dog, I like that. Yeah.
That's the opposite. Because I've told, like, when we talked about me being a comic, I was like, I look at it as being a gang. Once you get out, you out. But apparently it's not, because I do not. I see these dudes I used to fuck with, and I just keep it pushing. I don't stop and say hi.
Yeah, but it's a little different because look at like you don't.
I mean, these dudes, like, there's a difference between the people you grew up with,
that's what I was gonna say. I
like,
grew
yeah.
up with them, and they're in the community, and my brothers and cousins hang out with them. You know,
and they were real people
yeah.
who contributed to your
Yeah.
life, who were there in the war.
Yeah.
Yeah, like comics and everything were always people who were there if times were good.
Yeah.
You know, like that's always why I just like, I'm gonna let that go. I saw one dude the other day. He had like his hair was. I'm not gonna call him out on this, but I was just like, I'm just gonna keep it pushing. I don't need to stop, say hi.
One of your comedy buddies?
Old, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't never stop and say hi to him. So that's
No, I go out of my way. Like if I run in, I live far from where I grew up at, but
absolutely.
when I go by the neighborhood, I always run into somebody, cousin, nephew, whatever, somebody I know, or they always send me messages on Instagram and Facebook, like proud of you and shit like that. But when there's a handful that I stay in touch with.
Do any of them call you Joe Stradamus?
All of them do.
I like it. Joe Stradamus. I like it.
We gotta give him that until, like, he can't miss a pick anymore. He called Garcia Clippy
There was a
Haney.
time where I was getting
Hater.
Yeah, I know. This isn't about you. Are you sitting in the middle?
What the fuck do you want this podcast to be like? You have a choice right now.
It changes if you're in the middle.
Yes.
But no, coach called Garcia Clippin Haney. He didn't just call the victory. He called the how.
The beating.
And
That's
I
true.
was like, okay, well,
I thought he would catch him with a body shot. He didn't.
If we would have had, yeah, that body shot would have been.
That was a nice body shot, though. I know.
I always lose my track of thought when she drops that damn. box.
yes.
That body shot was.
What the difference maker was when he started throwing it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Was that a
like-
question?
No. I was
yeah.
like, that
I'm
box
sorry.
threw me all off, dog. But anyway,
Yeah, right.
what we're talking about? We're talking about gangbanging, boxing, and now.
Well, no, we
box.
transitioned to the fight.
yeah.
Okay. Coach Joe, if you guys didn't listen last week, shame on you. But if you did, you heard Coach Joe say he's calling Garcia because he's going to clip Haney. And then what happened in the
Oh, I knew I was gonna say if that referee wouldn't have been involved, he would have got him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he would have got a knockout.
For sure, man.
Harvey Doc. I mean, look at the fight. Like this, I forgot what fight was prematurely stopped, and it wasn't even as bad as that. And meanwhile, fucking. Oh no, I was watching the highlights of the guy we're fighting, and I was watching it with Javín's the father, and what's that kid's name? Abdullah Mason.
Mason.
Abdullah Mason hit the
Oh,
kid
he
with
fought Abdullah Mason?
yeah.
Oh.
Abdullah hit him with the hook and knocked him out in the first round, but he didn't really. I mean, he dropped him. The kid got up and the referee waved it off, and I was like, "Damn, that was premature," you know.
Oh wow!
But I know Abdullah Mason would have got him out regardless. But I'm saying, damn, that you couldn't stop Devin Haney. He was face down, fucking shaking to get up, and they couldn't stop that fight.
He was face down, ass up.
Yeah,
and yes,
Yeah.
that was.
I hope that they didn't cause him more damage from keeping him around that long, because those punches after being concussed, they're hard to recover from.
I think he never recovered from the first.
No, he never did.
In the first round, you think?
Yeah, I don't think so, man. He got caught right.
He looked like he was an autopilot, huh? Fighting.
Yeah, he got caught right where the equilibrium will leave you.
To me, that all. Well,
his body's fine.
Your mind is fine. Your body's fucked up.
It looked like I thought he recovered from the first knockdown in the first
He recovered, but he didn't. His reaction, his I don't know, the fucking brain cells weren't reading shit.
Oh, okay.
He was going on cruise control.
Yeah, his reactions were fucking delayed.
Because he took the next 3 rounds. It's just such.
How did he take them though? He didn't really do nothing either.
It's just that Ryan was inactive.
Ryan wasn't doing nothing, but he was just
that fight was all up to Ryan. Like
Ryan was just luring him in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now explain why you picked Ryan Garcia.
Because when I was analyzing the fight, I was thinking the only way Haney could win in my book is if Ryan's not there. If he doesn't show up that day, like Ryan, and the only way that I just figured that I was just basing everything off of Ryan.
Yep.
So I was like, is Ryan's the favorite? If Ryan, I started thinking, what does Ryan do good and what does Haney do good? Haney has a beautiful jab, and we could all nitpick each other, but Haney, every time he throws that jab, he leans forward. Mm-hmm. So I figured he was going to get clipped with that hook.
Yeah, they're like a bow and arrow. It goes like this.
Yeah, exactly. He kind of leans forward. Most guys can't catch him because most of the guys he fights are shorter than him or smaller than him. Mm-hmm. But Ryan is the same size, probably a hair taller.
He looked a lot taller.
Yeah. So
2 inches maybe.
So there it is. That
was
the result of the fight.
So
Ryan stands tall when he fights.
Yeah, that's why he looks a lot bigger.
Yeah, and Devin
okay,
doesn't.
there it is. That was because I definitely noticed that. I was like, why is he a giant in the ring? And so you're saying that the whole fight was Ryan's to lose. Yeah. It wasn't up to Haney.
It was up for him, whatever he wanted to do with it. Why? Because there was no weight cut. There was no weight cut. There was no rehydration clause. Obviously, he didn't make weight. That when that would happen, I was like, fucking Haney. That's gonna be fucked up for him.
Well, it's funny because you had mentioned that. You said that I don't think he's gonna make weight. Yeah. He looks big.
And
I did say that like a day or two before he was doing all these antics and all that stuff.
Fight week.
The day he got shoved in the face,
mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, Ryan looks big.
Yeah.
And 3 pounds is a lot.
It's a lot.
Supposed to cut weight. Now, what kind of asterisk? How does he get rid of that asterisk? Of Garcia? Because it's like, I already talked to somebody. I talked to the guy working on my wall. And I was like, you see the fight this weekend? He was like, yeah, but he didn't make weight.
So Mayweather didn't make weight either when he fought Marquez, and nobody talks about
Stevenson didn't make weight when he fought the Brazilian.
Yeah.
So it's not, but those weren't giant fights. Like
Marquez and Mayweather were giant fights.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
And the Stevenson fight was for a championship too. That's when he left 130. He went to 135.
Did he still get to fight for the belt after not making weight?
No.
Okay. Now, just real quick. Okay. So this is me just still learning the sport, new to the game. What if Haney had not made weight?
He loses a title on the
he would have lost the title.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. It would have been
so I wasn't there, so I'm not going to speculate, but that weigh-in that you saw on TV was 3 hours delayed. Okay? I know that for a fact. They weighed in around 10 in the morning, their local time, right?
That's when I found.
So they negotiated again $1.5 million for the weight difference.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can't knock Haney anymore. Don't say he didn't make weight. Haney accepted the terms and fought him.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying, oh, had he made weight, Haney would have had a chance. I'm not saying that.
But people, I understand where you're coming from. People are out there saying, oh, yeah, he won. Yeah, but like he didn't make weight. Hey, the fight went on, you know? So
it was a surprisingly good fight, especially from Garcia's corner, Garcia's side of it. You know, like I said, rounds 2, 3, and 4 went to Haney, but he really didn't do anything special in those rounds.
No, and to be fair, I think that if the fight was at 143 catch weight, the result would be the same.
It'd be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Haney balloons up a lot in weight, I know the cut hurt him, but
they probably were weighing around the same
about the
fucking
same
weight,
day of the
man.
fight.
Mm-hmm. It's just on paper that he missed weight. When I was expecting, it's
also on paper he dropped his ass 4 times.
No, that was in video. That was in reality. When he missed weight, that was the moment I said, okay, maybe Garcia is not taking this as serious as he needs to.
He played us all, huh?
This, honestly, I refuse going forward to fall for any more hype bullshit. No more personalities. No more. I want the good guy to win. No more of that bullshit. I'm gonna just figure out who I want. Matter of fact, with boxing, it's not even a matter of who I want to win. I got to sit back and say, I want to see a good fight.
I just want to thank Haney and Ryan that they put on such an exciting fight, regardless of the outcome, bro. Because both those young men, they took a risk and they fought each other. They're both from California, even though Haney resides in New York. I mean, in Las Vegas now.
Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love to see those West Coast kids fucking going heads up and put in a great fight. I'm so excited that they took a risk and fought each other.
True.
Now, what's next for
Haney?
I like to see him go against Rolly. They both had it bad.
I think that's a great matchup.
That's a good fight. I want to give credit, though, to Derek James because I was quick to knock him down when Errol Spence lost and when everybody left him. Derek James was key in this. He was patient with fucking Ryan, bro, because most trainers would have left.
Mm-hmm.
And Derek James, I didn't see it when the fight was going on, but Maggie pointed something out to me during the fight. She said Derek James is like yelling at the dad or to be quiet. He took control of the corner, bro. And he might have let Ryan get away with everything during camp, but on the fight day he was listening to Ryan was listening to him.
Well, and his brother who had the phone. That was a weird.
I didn't notice
his
that.
Brother, like he was paying attention to his brother, a lot. And every time they went to the corner, his brother came in and his phone was always in the exact same spot. So I didn't know what was like, but we were watching the fight and we're just like, what's going on with that? We didn't know.
Notice that?
No,
yeah, he just had it. We noticed it. Speaking of like people had over the fight, talking about rooting for the good guy. It was like 40 seconds left. And somebody who was here was just like, there's still time. There's still time. Like they wanted Haney to win. We all wanted Haney to win, like not gonna lie. But just to look at my friend, just go, there's still time. Just be on the edge of her seat, just be like, there's still time. Hoping for that knockout.
That's good though. That's the type, that is what boxing needs, that like, how long it's been since, there's been a fight where people get emotionally invested, that's what you want.
That's what I hate.
That's a good thing.
I hate, like when I saw the last Tyson Fury Wilder fight, I saw it at this bar called The Bullpen. And there was this lady, she was so emotionally invested in Wilder's side. She was a spectacle.
Yeah.
I was like, you gotta calm down. Can we get her out of here? Right. But I get it, kind of. I'm just like, but is there a line? No, it's just
people, people have their own ways of reacting to things,
Yep.
But regardless, I think that that fight is something that boxing really needed. Two young,
two young guys,
young men,
25-year-olds,
25-year-olds that are putting it out on the line. And we're are fucking down to take that risk, man. A lot of that's one thing that I'll give credit to Ryan. Not everybody is he fought, Tank, and then fucking that fight against that dude Duarte wasn't that easy of a fight either.
Yeah, the last 3 fights were guys in the top. Well, the last Tank and Haney pound for pound list.
Yeah,
and then Duarte's in the top probably 5 in his weight division.
He's a hard hitting fighter. So not a fucking a gimme fight at all.
Let's talk about technique, hugging.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about.
No, we gotta talk about the hugging. Why does Haney resort to hugging so quickly? Because it was quick. Like he was hugging a lot and often.
Not only that, but there was a time where he was fucking hanging off of Ryan. He was hanging.
Yeah, no. Well, that was survival hugging.
Yeah,
Like I
big
get that.
time.
I get that. I'm talking like
Tank did that too. Tank did that when he fought Ryan too, man.
mhm.
The kid, his boxing, like I mentioned before, and I just said this fucking earlier, his boxing is not fucking pretty, but he obviously has something if people are going to be fucking putting stipulations on contracts and trying to weight drain him and fucking trying to hug him every fucking time he throws a punch, dude. Every time he throws a punch, they want to fucking hug him.
We all heard your breath.
Yeah, I know.
So do you want to?
I heard it and saw it.
Yeah, so
I'm just trying to answer this question.
Answer the question about the hugging.
The best way that I can
Yes.
without sounding like a fucking dick.
No, just do it. Sound like a dick.
Guys that hug, I'm cool with hugging if you're hurt. I'm cool with it. Which Haney was hurt like maybe 4 times.
Not for sure, like 5
Yeah,
or 6. Yeah.
But he hugged like 700 times.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what makes boxing boring, bro. Like I was watching TikTok and watching these feeds, and all these people at home, stop hugging. Like nobody wants to see that, you know. Yep. And I've been saying that forever. Less hugs, more slugs.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody cares, you know. Like that shit is boring, bro. Like to take Pitbull against Rolly, he was excessively hugging him too. And the referee called him for it, took a point away from him, and forced him to fight.
Change the fight.
And Pitbull got a knockout.
What do you think?
The whole fight.
Why does a boxer hug?
Fear.
That's the only reason?
Fear, bro. Like, scared of getting knocked out.
Caleb did it against Benavidez too, the first like 6 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Hug. It's just, it's a lot of, I don't want to talk about because we're successful at what we're doing right now, so I don't want to give it away with how we train for that shit, but the way people train right now, they don't train to fight on the back end of a fight. They train to be taking control in the lead, and they don't know how to fight when they're faced with what's that word?
Adversity.
Yeah.
Adversity.
I got my Google Translate right here next to me.
Now let's go to the other side, talking about technique, to Ryan's corner. The shoulder roll.
It's ugly.
Yeah, it was ugly.
Somebody called it the silly show. Who the fuck was it? Oh, it was that guy that the Showbiz the adult. He said the silly show.
No,
I thought it was funny.
He got him punched in the side a lot.
Yeah.
What do you think? What is that punch? That punch is apparently legal.
It's illegal if it's an illegal punch, but
because he would just bow, bow, bow.
He turned into it.
Yeah.
So that made it legal.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what the consensus.
From what I understand, though, he's not giving his back. He's on his fucking side. So, like, the shoulder roll isn't illegal. But I don't fucking know, dude.
You gotta decipher it, dog.
It's just really weird. I think that if he learns how to use that shit, he could actually be really good. But he's using it, and he's not countering. He's got to learn how to counter off of that.
He just defends off of it.
He is defending because he did the same thing with. He did something similar with Duarte.
Yeah.
So I was like, it also wasn't entertaining to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just him, and then Haney throws the rabbit punches at it.
Yeah.
Just like those didn't even look effective.
Yeah.
That was weird to watch somebody just punch somebody in the side.
He started doing that in the Duarte fight. I would really love to understand like why are you doing that? You know? But yeah.
Can we touch about daddies?
Daddies?
Dads.
Daddy.
Okay, go. Oh yeah, because both of these guys have dads.
No, we all have dads, though.
No, I mean, well, in the thing.
Ryan's dad takes more of a backseat, and he lets the coaches train him. There was a time where he trained him.
Mm-hmm.
But Bill Haney's funny because, I mean, we all want to be where he's at. But he didn't get there. He hired all these coaches to train his kids, and then when he got to a certain point, he took the lead, and he got all the real coaches out of there.
Really?
Yeah. So now he's coaching his son, and it's like, bro, you're coaching your son with an emotional investment. He led his son to that debacle that he went through because he doesn't know how to make adjustments as a fighter, as a coach. I'm sorry. And he set the bar so high for his son that as soon as they were faced with
adversity,
he didn't know what to do.
That's so. It's up. It
made it so personal. My son's gonna put him in the hospital. All those things he's saying, his son hears them, bro.
Yeah, when you say that, it's terrible.
And you put in all this pressure on your son that your son don't need. Your son's gonna face a guy who is super fast, lightning fast, and is fucking crack.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you putting your son in that predicament? You should have sent your son to box him to look smooth and sharp, but you put a game plan in your son to go take it to Ryan. The only way that Ryan could win that fight is if Haney came right at him. That's why. What did Haney? What did Garcia say? You're not coming in the middle of the ring with me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog. Don't lie. And he did because his dad's balls sent him to do it, and he got his son hurt.
Yep.
How does he fix that? We've talked about this
Have
before.
a fucking coach who's not invested in it with anger, bro. Who doesn't hate the family, doesn't hate the dads, who is there just to make the kid win the fight. There's too much emotion there.
How does Haney can't? The only way Haney can fix that is by just firing
a new
his
coach.
father.
Yeah, no, not firing them. Hire a coach and you be the assistant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or just don't be so fucking.
Like how he started.
Yeah.
That's Teofimo's dilemma too. Is
I knew there was somebody
a
else.
little bit emotional,
Mm-hmm.
They're similar. They're
emotional,
They
but
get emotional.
yeah. And Ryan's dad was just in the sidelines.
And that's not like to blame them, like it's completely fucking understandable. But I also believe that there's got to be a time where you have to understand, you got to put your son first and his career and learn when to step back, learn to be aware of that sort of situation because, look what happened. Same thing happened to Teofimo too. When he got all fucking emotional and he got knocked down and beat by Cambosos, like that.
Daddies.
Yeah.
And he hasn't got the rematch for that fight, huh?
No.
Man, that's such a hard rock to come from under. An overbearing father is a hard rock to come from under. I can only imagine.
It is very challenging. It's challenging to be like as like coaching and dealing with that shit.
Mm-hmm. It because you are in charge of your career individually. Like, this is my career, I'm in charge of it. But you put it in the hands of somebody who is very prideful, and proud. So that's a huge challenge that I hope.
When have you found a coach who had no relations to the fighter say that his fighter is going to kill the other fighter and put him in the hospital, bro?
Yeah, that's excessive. Every time somebody says that shit, it always backfires, dude.
It's so weird to even watch the coaches say something, period.
Yeah.
It's like
supposed to be silent.
the barking. Exactly. The barking is supposed to be done between the dogs.
Yeah, it's not.
But the barking became after the dad started coaching. There's always been a dad or two that coach, but it seems like lately almost every fighter's dad's coaching them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sean Porter, Teofimo Lopez. I could go on and on.
Haney.
Devin Haney, Giovanni Santillan.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dads. Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
I can go. If I dig deep, I can find.
Danny.
There's a shitload of them. Danny Garcia.
Floyd.
But Floyd forever was Uncle Roger. Uncle Roger ran the whole career, and then his dad took over at the end.
The way that they communicate is different, though. And you know what? Abdullah Mason too. His dad.
You're talking about a dad who used to fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
Those
communicate
guys
differently.
Another
Bill Haney didn't fight.
No.
And again,
He's a pimp.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
As often as I've heard
like
Bill
Bitch,
Haney,
give him my money.
as often as I've heard Bill Haney's name in the news regarding stuff, I've always just assumed that he had a little bit of career behind him.
Bill Haney was jabbing and arguing with Bernard Hopkins. They were going to fight.
Yeah.
Bernard Hopkins will fuck his ass.
That's
up.
why I was like, why else would somebody fuck around with,
delusional.
Delulu. Oh my God, I can't. I gotta stop falling for the fuckery, because there's a lot in boxing.
A lot in every sport.
A lot in boxing.
In every sport.
I can see through it in other sports.
I got you.
You see what I mean? It's like you can see a basketball player talk shit. You're like, I saw your last 3 games. I don't even give a shit.
Yeah.
With boxing, it's special because it could show up. You never know.
Shane Mosley and his dad. He's thinking about dads. Oscar De La Hoya's father fought. Oscar De La Hoya's grandpa fought, but his dad never trained him.
Mm-hmm. And that could be the secret to a success.
Yeah.
But do you know how much family therapy is involved in getting your dad out of your corner?
Oh, that's what it was. I was like, I know there was an athlete. I just listened to a podcast, and her mom it was Ronda Rousey. Her mom was like the first woman to win the judo the first American to win judo championship or some shit. And when Rhonda got into judo, the mom said that she took her everywhere where she knew that her career would flourish, but she did not. She stayed away.
Stepped out.
Yeah, she stepped away because of how, it could be a lot of unnecessary pressure on the kid,
I'm not one to do this very often, but that could be the difference between a mom and a dad.
Yeah, it could.
The mom of a daughter and a dad of a son.
Yeah.
Like that could be the difference.
I mean, it's, it's definitely, it's different. Yeah, that's true.
All right, now let's talk about a couple other fights on the card. Arnold Barboza Jr. versus Sean McComb.
I didn't watch it.
I watched about 5 rounds of that. It looked like he was having trouble fucking getting to McComb at first, and the dude was just kind of just jabbing him on that. He was tall. He was tall and lanky.
Mm-hmm.
It was challenging, but those 5 rounds that I saw, I did not see Barboza winning any of those.
McComb came out wearing a Care Bear outfit, sponsored by Missile Fitness. He looked like a knockout waiting to happen. Honestly,
a lot of Europeans when they come over, he's Irish, so fucking you kind of like, oh yeah, it's just a knockout waiting to happen. But
he was very, I don't want to say technical. He was good enough not to get figured out.
Yeah.
By Barboza.
Yeah.
And I for sure thought Barboza was going to get this one. And you could watch Barboza thinking the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do?
Like he got frustrated, actually.
Okay. Now, the way we've been talking about this, we have to let you know, if you didn't watch the fight, Barboza fucking won.
Yeah, I saw the result. I saw the result and I was like, really? I didn't think he was winning.
No, that result surprised everybody. He won by split decision. And McCombs was a good sport. Came over, congratulated him, put his arm around him. But at the announcement, he was like, "What the fuck?" Because it was crazy. It was what I call my DraftKings decision. There's one every fight. There's gonna be a DraftKings decision every fight, and that was the one.
Glad it wasn't the main event.
Man, that would have brought the house down. But they didn't leave any room for it. They didn't leave any room. That fight did not leave any room for a weird decision.
Yeah.
Or doubt. Yep, exactly.
I agree. Been over in the 7th.
Bektemir Melekuviev versus Pierre
I like that one. I watched that one.
What'd you think about that one?
Watched it.
It was
the headbutting.
The one.
It was messy.
Nasty. I think those guys both deserve a no contest. Didn't the other guy won, the Russian?
Yep.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
but Uzbekistan, my bad, dog.
Yeah, they are two different places.
Yeah, they don't like to be called Russians.
It should move.
What?
I just thought it was nasty. The other kid, the French kid, he boxed to the best of his abilities. He was very clean, but that motherfucker just lunging in all the time, bro.
Yeah, he does lunge in with his fucking head too.
Is that a lefty thing? Or
no, it's just a fucking wild thing.
Okay.
Wild thing. I think I love you.
Also, when he lunges in with his fucking hands down.
That's why he got knocked out by fucking Rosado.
And he still does that. You got to make that adjustment, guy.
Is he, because he's always on the undercard. Do we see him coming up, Bektemir, the bully? Do we see him coming up any other way?
No,
I don't.
He's enjoying his peak.
That right there, yeah.
That's a good thing to say.
I think so.
We had a lot of fun watching the Jimenez Ramirez fight.
Scrappy.
And that was entertaining, huh?
That was very entertaining.
That guy fought dirty too, though.
Yeah, I agree. He led with his head too.
That ended up bloody.
One on top.
Now they were fighting for the interim WBA Superfly weight title. How does that interim? What does that mean?
It's like you're next.
It got vacated.
No.
So you're next for the big one.
You're next for the big title.
One.
Oh, so the winner of that isn't the super flyweight title. The winner of that goes on to challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a bout for a bout for a bout.
Got it. And
the UFC does that too.
The first fight was barely mentionable. One guy showed up. The other guy absolutely did not. We talking Conwell versus Gallimore.
Oh, I didn't get to watch that.
You didn't see it?
No, we got the fight like right when the other one was starting.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't figure out the control.
Gallimore showed up in Baltimore Orioles attire. He's like, hey, I'm a Baltimore Oriole fan. I've never seen that. I've never seen anybody like San Diego is a very unique place for me because everybody, baseball fan or not, wears their logo. No, I'm pointing at your hoodie. Wears their logo. But this guy, but that just says this guy reps San Diego. He may or may not care about the Padres.
Bringing it back to gangbanging.
I said may or may not.
So you know I love the Padres.
I know. I'm just talking about people in general. Padre fans are so goddamn sensitive. Seriously.
We haven't got a World Series yet. That's why.
That's not. You're not. That's not going to get fixed. but Gallimore came out. He had on a big Orioles shirt, Oreo orange shorts, and just it was.
Thought it was the Orioles.
Did he win?
No, he fought like an Oreo. He fought like an Oreo.
Like an Oreo.
He punched like somebody whose favorite color was orange. No, and he wasn't like they had to. Did they stop that? Yeah, TKO in the 6th. They should have stopped it a lot sooner because he was just. It looked like they just got.
Do you think they should have stopped Haney?
I can only say I'm glad that they didn't. Stop the tapping. We're recording.
I know, but what can you say that you're glad they did it?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm back. All right. No, I wanted to see a full fight. I didn't see it get as dangerous as people were saying that it did.
Hasn't made an announcement yet, dog. I mean,
I didn't see it. I thought he was getting hit. Like honestly, I just assumed he was getting hit.
Yeah, I forgot his jaw wired right now.
I didn't see him get damaged.
You're not supposed to finish a fight like you took Botox, dog.
What are you talking about?
I didn't.
You didn't see him get damaged?
I saw him get hit. I saw him get knocked down.
Fractured his face, dude.
And I must have missed the shot.
In amateur boxing, they make us take a thing called concussion protocol so you can have your license, right?
Mm-hmm.
I failed the test, so I don't have my amateur license anymore. But
for real?
No, please. But there's signs to understand, and mostly fighters will understand their fighter. You'll understand your own fighter, Haney didn't look like Haney.
He didn't?
No, he was concussed in the first round. And
that's what people keep saying. Yep.
Yeah, he was concussed. He was fighting on what's that, cruise control, just fucking fighting, bro. And it could have been. We don't know the effects of it yet because he hasn't done an interview.
He wasn't. He was noticeably absent at the press conference.
He left. Yeah, he didn't go to the press conference. So he did stay in the ring and talked. And then I think after that they figured out, let's not let him talk no more because it doesn't look good.
That's what I didn't see. I was entertaining guests, so I was doing that most of the time.
Yeah.
So who do you want to see Garcia fight next? You say you want to see Haney fight Rolly.
I'd like to see him fight Teofimo Lopez.
Well, I would love to see that too, but he said he's going up to 47 now.
Yeah. He could fight him at 47 or catch weight.
Yeah, 145, 144.
Yeah.
Could Tank?
Because that would bring a lot of money to both of them.
Hell yeah. That would bring that money that Teofimo wants.
What about Tank?
Ryan is the cash cow.
Yeah. You got to get a fight.
Ryan is a cash cow. I think out of all of them, even Tank. He puts asses in seats.
Oh, no. I'm not putting anybody. I'm not saying anybody will bring more seats, more asses to the seats than Garcia.
I didn't say you didn't say it.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we know that I at least understand that much.
Now that we're on the same page.
Mm-hmm. So who gets to hold court with the king? Because he is officially the king now.
I think Teofimo's a good fight. I think that fuck it, you want to run him back with Devin? Why not at a catch weight or sacrifice and make 140?
Do not run it back with Devin yet.
A lot of people are saying don't run it back with Devin. I think that he should take some time off. Honestly,
it's not. It's either going to be worse if that's his next fight. Yeah. It's either going to be worse for Devin or worse for Devin.
Ryan said he wants the fucking Pitbull fight.
Pitbull's already fighting.
Pitbull's fighting.
He's fighting Rayo Valenzuela.
Mm-hmm.
Which, strange, but all right.
How come nobody's calling out Matias?
Nobody, of course not.
I'm not familiar.
He's fighting in June, I believe.
Yeah.
Who's fighting? And who is he fighting?
I can't remember.
Oh, speaking of fights, Andy Ruiz is back in the ring.
Oh yeah.
He's on the Crawford fight.
Oh,
he's on the card.
He's fighting Jared Allen. No, some Jared.
Yep.
I forgot who.
I saw that. I was very happy that One, my Google algorithms knew to tell me when Andy. I told you I love Andy Ruiz.
Still want to spar him?
No. Let's see news. So he's fighting on that. He's fighting on the Crawford.
August. That's when Rayo and Pitbull is supposed to fight too.
Mm-hmm. So this summer's gonna be. You got one great fight a month, or one exciting fight a month.
Should be.
You know, we got
Jared Miller. He's fighting Jared Miller.
Okay, and we got next month we got.
We got Nettie.
Is the Canelo fight in May?
Canelo. We got Nettie. We got.
Oh yes, anyway against
ESPN has some fights. Giovanni's fighting Byron Norman, and Navarrete's defending a title.
Yeah.
What else? Sure, there's a couple more. And then we got Bivol and Better Be Evan June.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah. Usyk in Fury is in May as well.
Yeah, that's gonna be an exciting one. Heavyweight. Those are exciting heavyweights.
It could actually be very boring, Adam.
I know. After this one, I understand, but I'm like, we can trust Tyson for an exciting fight.
I hope he knocks him out early.
They're of that caliber.
What Tyson?
Fury.
Fury. We're not mentioning. Yeah, we're not counting Yeah, we're not counting that other thing as a fight. As a fight. It's just gonna be a thing. We're all gonna watch it.
I'm not.
You're not. Don't do this on. Why would you do this? Why would you do this?
Still talking?
Why would you do this?
What?
Just
why would you do it?
Content. That's part of podcasting. Talk about shit you don't want to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what this podcast is about. I asked you in the beginning how you wanted this to go.
I have no idea why I get shit for this podcast on this podcast. Like, I should be walking around and people be like, hey, it's fucking podcast. I'm like, all right. But it's the opposite. People be like, hey, man, I love your podcast. I'm like, oh, cool, because my two co-hosts don't.
I love it. Don't say it.
Whatever, bro.
Yep. So, let's call how do you call against Canelo?
Huh?
You got a chance when you're in the ring?
Yeah, puncher's chance, but you're not going to be like, oh, I think this guy's going to show us something that we've never seen and blah, blah, blah. That's not going to happen.
I mean, I just want to see Munguia improve. And I want both of them to give a great fight at the end of the day. I would like to see an exciting fight. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Okay.
All I'm asking for is an exciting fight. That's it. I'd like to see I like to see them give their all, like in terms of like all their their skill set and from both of them.
I think it's going to be a hell of a fight.
Really?
Yeah. I'm torn with that fight because I've seen Munguia from the amateur program when he was like 10 to who he is now, and Canelo, being part of his squad, helping out and them helping us. I'm going to lean with Canelo. Not just for that, I just think he's a better fighter. He's been under that spotlight a lot longer than Munguia. And it's sad that they have to face each other, but I'm happy that Munguia's getting that opportunity too, and he's going to get that money. And hopefully he gives a hell of a performance and he just gets more fights after that. If he wins, well, hey, he got it.
If he fights it well and loses, like when you fight well and lose against somebody of Canelo's caliber, you still get to proceed.
Yeah.
You still
like Charlo.
Yeah. Exactly. You almost got a who? But yeah, like exactly. Like, where are the Charlo brothers now?
Crickets.
All right, good. What was I gonna say about the so you're calling Canelo? That's an easy one. You're gonna keep your Jostradamus crown.
But after the Canelo fight is the Nettie with Inoue, and I've been calling Nettie for like a month already.
You're calling Inoue's that'll be his first loss?
Yeah.
When is that one in July?
You guys notice I pick all upsets. I don't pick fucking the easy, obvious ones.
You pick the stuff. You're smart. You're smart. One thing that president said when Garcia won, they were like, Coach called it.
Yeah.
Coach called it. So stop. See him rubbing his. What are you doing?
I couldn't pick up the sound, dog.
Oh, you noticed it too?
Oh my God. The silliness that happens that just.
So they were surprised that I called it?
No, they weren't surprised.
Oh.
They were just like, it was like, yeah, well, Coach said, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Impressed, definitely. But yeah, you don't pick. You pick very knowledgeably. Yours is definitely the expertise pick. So, how do you think Nettie's going to beat Inoue?
It's going to be a tough fight. They're going to go back and forth. They're going to drop each other. But I think at the end, he's going to be too big. He's going to beat down Inoue. And if I have to eat my words, fuck it, But I just really think in that Nettie's that guy for Inoue.
And when is that fight?
I want to say
like May
May 7th or 6th,
8th?
something like that. You can check.
May 6th, 8th, I don't know.
And that's going to be
Toprank.
that's that he's not a pay-per-view. Inoue is not it's May 6th. Yep. It's May 6th in Japan. So that hopefully I'm thinking that'll be on
That's gonna be on a Monday.
And that motherfucker grew up literally like a mile from my house, dog.
Inoue?
Yeah. Luis Nettie.
1 a.m. Pacific.
I'll be watching the replay.
Yeah, no,
I will be watching the fucking or the stream, honey.
If it's free on ESPN, I will definitely be up. I'll stay up and watch. I'll take a couple naps so I can stay up at 1 a.m. to watch that fight. And you're picking Nettie?
Yeah.
All right, that's the one I want to see. And he grew up in Tijuana?
It's the rough parts of Valle Verde, dog. Yep.
Nice. Oh, Tijuana has rough parts?
A little bit. As rough as La Jolla.
That's pretty rough.
But trip it out. Check that out. Tijuana, Munguia against Canelo.
Yeah.
2 days later, Luis Nettie against Inoue.
One of them has to win.
Tijuana's the fucking shiznits, dog, when it comes to boxing. A lot of guys just go pay to make the record early, but they don't face the good guys.
Yeah, you told me about that.
They face the bums.
Well,
Tomato cans.
Nettie is definitely not a bum, and I will be up that night watching it. All right, are we done?
Are we done?
We're done.
By the way, happy birthday,
done.
dog.
Oh, thank you.
Big 5-0.
Big 5-0. I did it, and I'm gonna put out another 50. I decided to.
Oh shit! What?
I decided to
What?
putting out
signed
the
the
first
contract?
50. Putting out the first 50 was,
You signed the
That's like-
contract. Yeah.
I feel like I can do better on my second 50.
You thinking about like having more kids?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Are you
absolutely.
being for real?
Yeah, I'm being dead serious.
Okay, because I was definitely being dead serious too.
Yeah. So first I gotta find
That
that lady. What's up?
was a plug.
So don't forget to tell your mom about this podcast because I could be a stepfather. What else? What else I gotta do?
Like, comment, subscribe, share,
Comment.
Don't be a dick. Everybody tells me, "Oh, I watched your podcast." Well, hit a like, motherfucker.
All right.
Yeah, for real.
Catch you guys. Bye.
This has been a Point and Yell production. Yeah, I think the words, but sometimes they don't come out of my mouth no good.